Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is well. Um, this will probably be a short night. I have one donation reading, which is Louise. And of course, my donation readings take priority. So she will be read first. But before we get into the actual readings, a little bit of an announcement. Sunday, the 22nd, I think Sunday's the 22nd. Let me double check that. Yes. Sunday night, on December 22nd, Sunday night. Keep an eye out. Registration will be through my website, through my Etsy. I'm going to have an annual, one of my semi-annual, let me say that, semi-annual Night with Spirit, where I will do medium sessions with loved ones. Registration will be on my website. I will have that up in the next day or so. It is $40 for a medium session. That's going to be one of those things that's going to be no freeze. And I'm thinking I might do it on Zoom. I'm still debating on that. And all those that register will get a Zoom link like the day before. Like on Saturday, you'll end up, everybody that registers will get a link from Zoom sent to them. And that's what I'm kind of thinking I'm going to be doing. Let's see, Lorena. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, me being blind as a bat. I'm going to see if I can kind of increase. Yep, I could definitely increase the text. I'm only using my phone for when donations come in. I can see them as they come in. So anybody that has loved ones on the other side that they want to connect with, I do it every year around right before Christmas. Hello, Mary. I'm just going to call you Mary. You'll be fine. Now, with all that said, thank you, Omega. With all that said, the free readings, there's no questions answered, no questions asked. The only way a question is going to be answered on a free read is when I pull the cards and I give you the message. Maybe it was something you were thinking about. It's basically the free reads, very, very short, 2 or 3 cards. That's pretty much it. And I give you my interpretation of what I feel Spirit's trying to tell you. However it resonates. If it doesn't resonate immediately, it might be something that's coming up very soon. The second thing is that the people that donate, it's $20. In the pinned comment, there's a link to PayPal if you would like a paid reading. Paid readings do take priority, and they get to ask a question and have a question answered. Okay, so that's how that works. Yeah, that's Daisy's around here somewhere. Hi, Daisy. Daisy. Daisy, you want to come say hello? Here she comes. Come on, Daisy. Come on, Daisy. Come on, puppy. Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. Come on, baby girl. Yep, there's my Daisy. Thank you. She's a big girl. She's about 110 pounds. Daisy is. She's a Great Pyrenees. Yeah, and then my Dutton, of course, is a liver spot. Even though he looks kind of his black, but his spots are really a dark brown. He's a liver spot Dalmatian. Huh. Huh. And they get jealous of each other so easily. When one gets attention, the other one's like, which is unusual. I think Daisy wants to go outside. Why does she want to go outside? The white stuff. Snow. Snow. She loves the snow. But the problem is, I let her stay outside for a while, but she barks at every little tiny thing. Her mouth is nonstop outside, and the neighbors get pissed. Anyhow, now that we've got all that out of the way, I'm going to snag a drink of my Baja Blast, and we're going to get on to the readings. Oh, by the way, Daisy's not done growing yet. A Great Pyrenees will grow until they're 2 years old. She'll probably put on another 20 pounds to get a little bit bigger. She'll fill out more. Okay. Hello, Debbie. Okay, you missed my spiel. You'll have to rewind for my announcement. Night with Spirit, Sunday, December 22nd, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, $40. It's going to be a registration on my website. Still to be determined if it's going to be on Zoom or if it's going to be on YouTube. Okay. Okay, so Louise, I need your question, dear. I have not watched that, Omega. I appreciate all the emails that you send me. There is no way possible I could watch everything. I just, when I get a chance, it may be weeks before I get to watch them. I am very, very, very busy. Okay, Louise, what do you need to know for 2025? Okay. Okay, we are going to start off with the tarot. And Louise, there will be more lessons. I'm probably going to record a lesson for the tarot class and the Lenormand class academies that you're in. I just don't have time to do a live right now. So not every week is going to be a live, so it's going to be pre-recorded. Just now we're getting to the holidays and things are getting crazy. Okay. And then to boot, I'm involved in wedding planning. No, I'm not getting married. Hell no. My son's getting married, my youngest son. He's getting married in May. And I was just over there tonight for dinner, and we're talking about wedding decorations. On Friday, I have to go with them to check out the venue. Thank you. So we have to check out the venue. We're checking out the menus. It's like my son's putting me in the middle of the wedding planning. So, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, my youngest son, this is his house that I live in, but he doesn't live here anymore. He moved out. He lives with her. Okay. Now let me get focused on Louise. Okay, what does Louise need to know in 2025? What is her theme? What is the theme for Louise in 2025? What is her theme for 2025? Okay, Louise. We're going to find out why this is. You got the 6 of Wands in the reverse. You're in my Tarot Academy. You know that the 6 of Wands, 6s are harmony, balance, 6s bring about healing. The Wands is that fire. Wands is the passion. And in the reverse, 6 of Wands is also about some kind of victory, and it's also about ego. I don't know how this relates to you, but I'm feeling more about dropping an ego. A lesson about ego. I'm not seeing this as a failure. I'm reading this as ego. The need to drop some ego. I don't know what that is. Maybe you do. Show me more about what is this ego card. Dropping the ego. 10 of Cups. In regards to personal family, it's like dropping an ego in order to restore harmony within your personal circle, people closest to you, you consider family. And we have King of Pentacles in the reverse. That is somebody who is very bad with their money, someone who may not be. This is making me think of father figure. Louise, is your father still around? Do you have any issues with your father? Or have you had any rifts with a father figure? If you can answer that real quick. Because it's kind of what I'm getting is something about mending a bridge or building a bridge between you and a masculine that feels like father material, that there has been upset and ego involved. Oh, I don't want to make amends. I'm right. You take care of him. Who else would be? Oh, that's right, you do. Who else? Who would be a masculine? Is there a masculine that is older than you or maybe same age as you in a family that you may not be seeing eye to eye with your brother. Because we got the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Star in the reverse. And this is kind of telling me that you've lost any kind of hope on being able to work with him to bring peace and coming together, like a peaceful harmony, a peaceful partnership. The Star in the reverse also is talking to me about not looking at the bigger picture, not being able to see the forest for the trees. But 2025, there's going to be a focus on mending that bridge. Okay, Julia, there's no questions asked for general readings. If I'm drawn to you and I choose you, I will throw some cards for a message from Spirit. Okay, the questions are asked by donation only. Okay, pinned comment is the information. Okay, so and it feels like, yeah, there is a sense of needing to turn that around. Okay. That's okay, Julia. Okay. So, get some oracle messages for you, Louise. Well, see, Louise, one thing you have to learn is, as long as you believe that, your thoughts become things. Your thoughts become reality. You have to change the way that you perceive things, the way that you think, and the energy that you're putting out there. Send positive vibes towards your brother. Only think positive thoughts. And if it helps, think about good memories with your brother. Some visualization. And don't just accept, no, I can't work things out. Because as long as you believe that, that is all that's going to happen. I think that's why this is coming up here. And I mentioned not seeing the bigger picture. Being so focused on the downside, the negative. You need to start focusing on the positive aspects from your brother with positive memories. Hi, Star. And put that kind of energy out there. Okay. Now let me take a look and see what else Spirit has for you, Louise, for 2025. Okay, seems like that's all that this deck has. You have a choice to make. You're going to have a choice. And it feels like the choice is going to be your choice. It's a number 26, which reduces to an 8. 8s bring about power and energy and taking some kind of action. It is a cause and effect. okay, and reciprocation. And it's like you can choose. I think working with your brother and mending that bridge is going to be your choice, your decision. Okay, let me see if this other deck has anything for you. I got a couple other decks here. Okay, this deck is not talking. I'm being drawn to a different deck. That I wasn't prepared for it or didn't have out. As always, you listen to spirit. Whatever spirit tells you to do. Told me to bring this deck out. So, seems like there's something in this one. Okay, what additional messages do you have for Louise? Oh yeah, this deck wants to talk. This is another tarot deck. Ace of Cups, talking about love. The Strength card, courage. Then you have 10 of Wands in the reverse. About delegating. The Hermit, reflection. Seven of Cups, options. Which kind of makes sense. It kind of this whole series kind of goes along with the choice card. Okay. It's kind of going along with you are going to have options and you're going to have choices that are going to require you to think about, go inward and reflect on love, family love. Even if you don't see it right now, there is love between you and your brother. And giving up the burden, having the courage to deal with the strain of your relationship. It's going to take courage to deal with that. And kind of delegating in which how that is going to happen. It's going to take courage to deal with this and work things out with your brother, obviously. But do you want to continue to carry those wands forever? Or do you want peace? And I think your father wants peace between you and your brother as well. But that's what I have for you, dear. So it look, and I'm not saying your father's going to pass in 2025. However, there is a very strong emphasis on mending that bridge between you and your brother. Okay. Hi, Star. Immediately, Star, I was drawn immediately to you. Daisy, hush. So I want to throw a few cards out for you. I feel like this deck has some messages for you. Okay. Okay. I want to ask, what messages, Spirit, do you have for Star? What message do you have for Star? Interesting. Oh, a message about self-love, hon. Okay. Yes, I did, Star, and I did send an email out today. First time I was able to really do that. Thanking you for that. Thank you so, so much. Okay. What you have here, Star, is you have self-love, emotions. This is like Ace of Cups, a cup of self-love, and resourcefulness. It almost what it feels like to me is someone around you that you may have a deep emotional bond with. I was getting there. Yeah. An emotional bond that made you question and hurt and pain, yes. That made you question your own worth. Okay. And you have been in a place of needing to rely on self and at times not sure how you were going to get through certain situations. Very resourceful. And I want to say this even goes back to childhood. Okay. Some childhood wounding. Okay. So, let me take a quick look at this because it seems like there's something here dealing with self-love and healing these childhood wounds that you need to work on. Now, this is Ashley from the Reckoning Co., her Sacred Woundings Oracle. I just feel there's a message in these. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. You've blamed God a lot and spirit a lot in things that you've had to endure. So I got spiritual arrogance and spiritual ego. And this is also the spiritual ego, needing to dissolve spiritual ego, talks about developing a sense of superiority or self-importance based on spiritual knowledge or practices. So this almost makes me think not ego in a negative sense, but more of confidence in your own spiritual path, in your own spiritual growth that you question a lot. And I think that you may have also been judged based on your spiritual beliefs. I think the spiritual arrogance involves someone that you know that has judged you because of their own sense of superiority on a spiritual sense. I think that there's a gap between your success and your fulfillment. I think you strive to succeed, but maybe for the wrong reasons. More of I'll show them, I'll show you I can be successful. But the success does not bring fulfillment. And I think that that's where a certain spiritual path that you need to trust and some inner reflection needs to be done on your behalf. And the big wound that you need to work on in 2025 so that you can not only have success, but also have that fulfillment is the wound, that was created by broken trust. I am picking up on other energy around you. I really don't want to put it out in open channel, to be honest, because it's extremely sensitive. All I'll say is certain actions performed against you, even as you were growing up. And those actions condoned by a spiritual leader. If not that, a spiritual leader betraying a certain trust also. I hope you understand what I'm getting at without me coming out and saying it. But those are some wounds that you really need to work on healing, honey. Wow, it's no wonder I was drawn to you. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Omega, I'll go ahead and throw some cards for you. Okay, spiritual messages, please, for Omega. I ask my guides, I ask Spirit, what does Omega need to know? Some kind of anxiety and mental struggle. Okay. What about this struggle? This is a message about energy, Omega. There is some kind of stress around you. And the reason why you are experiencing this anxiety is because now nutrition and adjustment, reading this intuitively, is what you are ingesting spiritually. Feels like you are absorbing negative energy because you keep, and I say this with love, Omega, you keep putting yourself in the situation and interacting with certain people that you know is not nutritious for you, that you know that is not spiritually healthy for you. And what your quest needs is you need to cleanse your mind, your body, your spirit, your energy in general. Salt baths, cleansing rituals, to cleanse yourself of this energy. Because in the end, you are the creator of your own destiny. And your destiny, Omega, your way forward is all up to you. Distance yourself from them. If they're fighting, cut them off. Cut them off. Block them. Don't talk to them. Totally block them. Okay. Okay, Lena. I don't know why I'm feeling this other group of cards. I'm one of them that there's just certain oracle cards I like to combine into one. This is a Yuletide and a winter solstice deck. I forget Seasons of the Witch Oracle series. I have like 5 of their decks, and I've combined a couple of them into one mega deck. I can't handle more than 2, but it's like the fall one and the Halloween-ish deck. I combined it into one deck, and I did the Yule and the winter solstice. Hello, Night Owl. Okay, Lorena. I feel a very spiritual, something very spiritual radiating from you. Okay, first one out is the horned owl. Friday Night Owl just came in. The horned owl's message is, become the shadow that watches, keeping quiet while moving intentionally. And what I get from this is be mindful, be watchful. But as you move forward with intention, not speaking your intentions. It's like, hush. I don't know if this involves work or family. And you also got the blackberries. Okay. The message of this card, and it is the number 8. 8s also present a portal. It is communication. It is moving forward. High energy, fast. There is no weaving with existence when you ignore the presence of spirit within self. I want to say you have a similar situation as wasn't Omega. Star, I think it was. But the same situation of believing a false narrative that I'm getting a lot of self-doubt. I'm getting this you get intuitive hits and you ignore them. You don't say anything. And 26 reduces to 8. 2 8s here. There is power within you that you ignore, that you doubt yourself, and I would say even others put doubt in your head as well. Gratitude. And I feel this gratitude card, and look, it's almost like a transparent spirit. This is a message of the struggles that you have from the outside world that creates that doubt within. That you need to be grateful for that, because it is those people that help create that doubt in you that's actually going to make your spiritual self stronger. There's definitely a lesson that needs to be learned. And the message of gratitude of all that I am and all that I'll be forever in gratitude, I'll internally be. Basically, being thankful for your experiences, being thankful of who you are, who God created you to be, and start acknowledging that spiritual sense inside. And even if it means not speaking it to those doubters, and if it means just watching, observing, keeping quiet about your spiritual hits, and understanding that they are messages from Spirit who's trying to inform and forewarn, and be grateful. Express gratitude towards Spirit for those messages and those gut feelings. Okay. Daisy, you're going to have to wait. Okay. Okay, Debbie. You're quite welcome, Lorena. And here, while I'm shuffling for Debbie, this would be a good time to make my announcement again. Be on the lookout for on my website, mysticjen.com. Sunday, December 22nd, I'm going to have a night with Spirit. I have not determined yet if it's going to be on Zoom or here on YouTube. I'm leaning more towards Zoom because I could see you face to face. Okay. But it's a night with Spirit, a night of mediumship, connecting with loved ones. Registration will be through my website. It's going to be a late night. It's going to be like 9 p.m. Eastern time. And the price is going to be $40, just so that you are aware of that now. Okay. Okay. Okay, Debbie. I need messages for Debbie. Pick the right deck for you for sure because the cards are popping. Okay, Debbie. Warrior woman. Wow. Wow. Keepers of the earth. And healing the mother line. Okay. There was a certain calling. I want to go to the mother line. And the reason is healing ancestral work. Mother line growing up. Some kind of healing, ancestral healing through the women of your lineage. There is something here from generation to generation, from your mother, your mother, your grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, great-great-great-grandmother, and so on. That you have a quest. You have a journey. It's almost like you are the one to stand up to I'm trying to figure out the right word. I can see it. I can feel the energy. I don't want to say defying authority because that's not the energy. But standing up to those that feel they have dominance over the women in your bloodline, your family line. And you're the one that is coming out with your sword and taking a stand. And you may not understand, or on and on up until now, you may not have understood why you've always felt like you have to put your foot down. There's a sense of boundaries. Why some people may view you as being cold and sinister. There's a reason for that. I'm not going to be able to do this much longer, guys, because I'm already feeling the congestion building up. And it's because the women that came before you had no voice. And you are becoming the voice of the women in your bloodline. And the keepers of the earth, that they want you to know that you're not alone in this journey. And ancient ancestors stand beside you. So all those women, in the bloodline, from generation to generation, they are behind you. And they say, you are our voice. Okay. Oh, was that a very interesting read? Yeah, I will get some rest. But there's one more reading that I want to do. And because I will not be able to sleep tonight. You're welcome, Debbie. And that's Night Owl. Night Owl is a very spiritual person. And I'm being drawn to draw some cards for Night Owl. And I am going to be using that other deck, my combo deck of Season of the Witch, Yule, and Season of the Witch, Winter Solstice decks. Father Christmas. That's interesting on the split. Something about a that could. I'm picking up your spirit guides. And cinnamon rolls is on the other side of the split. Warms your heart, all deserving comfort. That reaches your heart. And, oh, Father. Good night, Star. I don't know if there's a message here about cinnamon rolls, the smell of cinnamon rolls, particularly around the holidays. And is your father on the other side? I feel like a father or grandfather, or some kind of close family tie. "13 is the number of transformation and transition, number of death. There's definitely somebody in the spirit realm coming through right now for you. I'm seeing somebody dressing up as Santa. Did somebody have a beard, a long beard, and when he was older, it was gray or white, and used to dress like Santa? The list is closed. The only list that's going to be open are going to be paid readings. The free list is closed. I'm getting ready to log off pretty soon. I do apologize. But Night Owl, did anybody play Santa? Same to you, Fox. Fox's mama. Okay. But there's definitely somebody on the other side. Your brother dresses as Santa. I just saw a reference to somebody in a Santa suit. But I also saw somebody on the other side as well. Father figure. Something about a rite of passage. Ceremony, rite of passage. And setting intentions. It says, I call upon those heralds of winter dimming light for better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips, a spell I'll cast for thy spirits in me. There's a kind of a rite of passage. May have to do with your brother, but I also got chills, which is some kind of warning. Eternal cycle. I gotta look more at this. I'm sorry. Night Owl. I got a certain vibe. The wreath. Let me read this to you. I don't want to come out and say this, but there in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. And the warning, some kind of wake-up call or awareness. Upon my flesh, within thy bones, quivers a crawling frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at my soul. There's, I don't know, you're spiritual. What I think I'm not saying that there's going to definitely be a death, because one of these is talking about a warning, a wake-up call, a rite of passage, almost seeing through, and a cycle. I think you're going to have to put on your spiritual hat. I'm feeling a near-death experience. I'm getting a near-death experience. That's going to be a wake-up call to your brother, who's going to have a hell of a lot of questions. That's what I think this is. That's going to, it's an eternal cycle. It's a growth cycle. I don't know how spiritual he is right now, but I feel he doubts things. I don't know how his health is. Is he overweight? Night Out, I'm spending extra time with you because Spirit told me to. And I feel I need to. And now this is not medical advice. This is just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a tightness in my chest. I want to grab my chest. It feels like a heart attack that he actually dies, but he is resuscitated and brought back. That's why I feel like, that's why I was getting this death vibe, but yet again, a wake-up call. And I was trying to sort all this energy out. And that's where I get this near-death experience. It's going to be a wake-up call on several levels for him. He's going to need you. He's going to have a hell of a lot of questions. And that elderly person that I saw, whether it's a grandfather or stepfather, is going to be there. That's the first thing your brother's going to see, the first person. That's why that person on the other side was coming through so strongly. And he wants you to be prepared. Your brother's not going to be prepared. But he's going to be, and what's going to, and I feel this. What I feel is very light and airy. That is him out of his body. And then a heavy, it's like an anvil slamming me. Something really hard and heavy. Boom. And he's not going to know what hit him. And what that is when he's resuscitated, he gets back into that dense 300 plus pound body. I see some weight loss measures being taken. And I think it's going to be drastic measures that need to be taken. Potentially bariatric surgery, or I feel he's going to take a really bold step. This is going to be his wake-up call. And he's going to have questions on the spiritual side. Like, oh my God, this is what I saw. I saw so-and-so. Okay? And he's going to have a ton of questions about all that. At the same time, he's going to have a realization that he's being given a second chance at life for him to make changes. And that's why I saw the Santa suit, because that was saying this reading's more about your brother and alerting you of what is to come. And the Santa suit around the holidays. This is something that is immediate on your doorstep. Santa's making me think, okay, we have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Whether it's the day after Christmas, but it's somewhere, I think it's before the end of the year. I'm not the best on timing. And of course, I'm being told I need to trust myself on my time. They say, when we give you a time, you need to trust it. So I'm going with it. Around Christmas or right after Christmas, this could happen. He's not going to pass away permanently. He's going to pass away for however many minutes it takes for them to resuscitate. So there's your mediumship reading. I wasn't planning on that, but I go with what Spirit tells me to go with. And that's where I'm going to end the live tonight, because that was a lot of energy right there. You're welcome, Night Owl. So it is 10:15. I was planning on having this only be about an hour long live tonight. And like I said, the next one whether I do it here on YouTube or if it's going to be a private Zoom for those who register for a night with Spirit. Which are going to be mediumship and messages from the other side. Right before Christmas on Sunday, December 22nd, 9 p.m. This week I will have something on my website. Okay. Till next time, I love you all, and you all have a great night.